When faced with complaints of sexual harassment by some female colleagues from the students' wing, the Congress's ally in Kerala, the IUML, resorted to an appalling resolution. Instead of taking the accused to task or even probing the charges, the IUML instead decided to disband its entire students' women's wing altogether. And here is what the party had to say in defense.
സുചിന്തിതമായിട്ട് തീരുമാനമെടുത്തതാണ്. കൂടുതൽ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ പറയേണ്ട കാര്യമല്ല. അതൊക്കെ വേറെ കാര്യം. പാർട്ടി ഒരു തീരുമാനം എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അത് ശരിയായ തീരുമാനമാണ്.
Incidentally, Rahul Gandhi, whose party allied with the IUML and who often champions the issues of women's equality, women's rights, crimes against women, when asked about what the IUML did, here's what he said.
And the most surprising thing about it is, Muslim League is a constituent of the UPA led by Sri Rahul Gandhi, who represents the constituency of Wayanad, where this party is the major party. Okay. And only because of this Indian Union Muslim League, Rahul Gandhi has been elected to Lok Sabha, and he is mum on this. We would like to know what stand he wants to take.
देखिए, ये उनका अपना मामला है. इंडियन यूनियन मुस्लिम लीग एक इंडिपेंडेंट पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है. उनका अपना संविधान है, उनका अपना संगठन है. तो जो फैसला उन्होंने लिया है वो अपने पार्टी के हित में रखा होगा. कोई वजह होगी, कोई कारण होगा, उसमें हम लोग हस्तक्षेप नहीं कर सकते. वो हमारे एलाइ जरूर है.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, joins us along with advocate Tausif Ahmed. My first question is to you, Qamar Zaman Chaudhary, as a leader of the Congress. What happened to the rights of women who complained of sexual harassment? Why was the students' body disbanded?
Okay, Padmaja, that's your question or the question from the Bharatiya Janata Party?
It's my question.
एक चीज तो समझ में, no, one thing we can understand कि इनको पेट में दर्द होता है, सर दर्द होता है, तो राहुल गांधी को जवाब देना है. And thank God, Padmaja, at least you have promoted yourself from Nehru ji to Rahul Gandhi. Thank you for that. But this misogynist
Sir, I neither need your sarcasm, nor do I need your promotion, nor do I need your ill-placed humor. Can you just answer a question? Because it relates to sexual harassment, and frankly, your comedy at this time is rather tasteless. So let's just stick to the point. Why was a student's body disbanded when it complained of sexual harassment? It's not a laughing matter. Women were harassed.
No,
now come to the point.
Of course it is not. But then you tell me one thing, whatever happened in Kerala with the Muslim Union League, wow, how come in this world is the Congress party responsible for this?
Because you allied with them. And you are such champions of women's rights, and I'm very grateful to you that you are, that you trapeze from Kashmir to Kanyakumari talking about women's rights, except when it happens in a party that you allied with. When women were raped in West Bengal, then you had nothing to say. When it's happening in Kerala with the IUML, no, you have nothing to say. Why?
Padmaja, just give me a few seconds. If you take up the cases of rape in West Bengal, then let me take out the case of Swami Chinmanan. Let me take up the case of Bhajpal Singh.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why not?
I am asking you a simple question about Kerala. Answer me on Kerala. Why is the Congress silent on what the IUML did?
Who said the Congress is silent? I am speaking in front of you. We are condemning the act that goes and degrades any of our women folk. Why is the champion of this country, the Bharatiya Janata Party, not bringing in the 33% reservation for the women folk in the country?
33% reservation is not going to do away with this kind of sexist behavior where a party silences its worker. Don't try and sidestep the issue. But,
I'm not sidestepping.
But to be fair, Sanju Verma, Qamar Zaman Chaudhary is saying, we condemn it. He's condemned it. He says it's terrible.
You know, Padmaja, I was just listening into that very interesting program before this, where you interviewed Afghan women. And the Talibani spokesperson saying that women are no good, apart from being sexual slaves and for the business of procreation. And I'm sorry to say, it hurts me to say this, but I think large parts of the Congress do have a misogynistic mindset, and it's all fine to come to television studios and wax eloquent about women empowerment. But look at the ground reality. IUML is not a greenhorn, Padmaja. It's a 72-year-old party. I want to ask the IUML, which was an ally of the erstwhile Congress-led UDF government before the Pinarayi Vijayan government came to power, how is it that Rahul Gandhi has found no time to tweet about the IUML dissolving its women's wing called the Harita wing? The women's wing of the IUML was dissolved simply because two women chose to speak out against a gentleman called P.V. Abdul, who's the District General Secretary of Mallapura. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, you represent Wayanad, which is in Kerala. How come that you have the time to tweet about rapes happening in Hathras, but when rapes happen or misogynistic statements are made against women in Congress ruled states, be it Rajasthan, be it Jharkhand, be it Chhattisgarh, be it Punjab, there is stoic silence. The cat gets the tongue for Rahul Gandhi. I want to say one more thing. 1996 was the last time that the IUML sent somebody from, to the assembly as far as a woman goes. Since 1996, never has a woman been even given a ticket. In 2021, after 25 years, a woman was given a ticket by the IUML. It's another matter that she lost to the CPM. So here is a party which is 72 years old, has no woman who represents it in the assembly or in the parliament. Here is a party whose district general secretary of Malappuram passes misogynistic comments. Instead of taking actions against him, the women's wing is dissolved.
Kamal Zaman Chaudhary, the charge is that the silence is because you need the IUML support in order to win.
No, we don't need anybody's support to win. Congress party has always stood up for the truth. We never condone any cases like in Swami Chimnananda case where the complainant was arrested. We never condone those incidents.
Went to jail, as he rightly should. And I don't know if you've been all caught up, but he was actually exonerated. But this is not about Chinmayanand. Anyone who is accused of harassment should face the law. The question here, sir, is how can you ally with the party which is so blatantly anti-women that they silence their own people? It's not even about somebody else. These people were their workers.
Padmaja, you bring out whatever you call this incident that has happened in a political party.
It is not an incident, sir, that I am bringing out. This is a crime that has happened, and the women use the forum to lodge a complaint. Do you know that the action taken against them is for indiscipline? A woman spoke up and they dissolved the entire wing. They threw the baby out with the bathwater because a woman spoke up. This is basically telling a woman, shut up. That was the idea, Mr. Chaudhary. So you can't just call it an incident and get away with the condemnation. Tawseef Ahmed.
When does not suit the narrative, they will start accusing the Congress.
Over a comment given by a BJP minister in connection with a decision taken by another political party.
This BJP minister is speaking as if he is the champion for women cause, but in fact he is not. He is only speaking under instruction from BJP propaganda machine and BJP IT machine. And why I say that? Because this BJP minister did not speak on women reservation bill issue. He did not speak on Hathras gang rape case. He did not speak on NRCB data which shows that highest number of crimes against women happen in Uttar Pradesh. Highest number of crimes
Mr. Ahmed, I don't even care about the BJP. Leave the BJP. Can you please tell me how can a party get away? Let's talk about the IUML. Leave the BJP alone. Let the BJP not exist at all. My question is very different. How can the IUML get away by silencing a victim? and by disbanding their students' wing. And this students' wing, by the way, has some of the strongest women who were at the forefront of the Jamia agitation. You remember those two ladies who became the face of the Jamia agitation, where they had their fist up? They were both members of the same students' wing of the Muslim Students' Front. Where are all those voices? Where are all those voices who were speaking up at that time? Where are those voices when this entire wing has been disbanded?
These BJP leaders are hypocrites. Today they are talking about this political party women thing.
Sir, leave aside the BJP's hypocrisy. What about the IUML? How can the IUML leave the BJP alone?
Which receive abuses from BJP leaders day and night. They call them
Sanju
anti-national.
So you basically have successfully managed to deflect the main issue. IUML doesn't take any responsibility and it becomes a BJP, TNC, Congress tutu meme. IUML is sitting pretty. Sanju Verma, you are a hypocrite that you are bringing this up.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to reinforce, IUML is a 72-year-old party. Can you tell me, after 25 years, you gave a party ticket for an assembly election to a woman in 2021. Last time you gave a party ticket was in 1996. So you're certainly not pro-women. Secondly, Padmaja, please may I finish? Secondly, why has no action been taken against the Mallapuram District General Secretary P.V. Abdul, who made misogynistic statements? Rather, you took action against the students' wing of the IUML and you actually dissolved the students' wing which had brave women. Point number 3, don't give bhashan to the BJP. I remember Digvijay saying
gang rape victim. Her body was burned in the middle of the night.
He called Meenakshi Natarajan a
it was even denied that it was a rape case.
Okay, please let's not go back and try and do cherry picking of who said what in which party. Let's face it, there are plenty of very disgusting characters in every party. When it comes to women and it comes to disrespecting women, people say all sorts of horrible things across party lines.
Finish what I was saying.
Okay, finish in 10 seconds, please. Then I want to go back to Kamar Zaman Chaudhary. Yes.
No, you cannot give me 10 seconds because I was heckled. I need 30 seconds to make my point.
Finish your point.
You can't have two people making allegations and then tell me finish in 10 seconds. I'm sorry, that won't happen. Let me now clarify. Digvijay Singh, he called Meenakshi Natarajan Tanchmal. Recently, barely 2 years back, your Kamal Nath called Imarti Devi an item. She's a Dalit woman. And more importantly, before giving lecture to the BJP, we have 11 cabinet ministers who are women. The highest ever in post-independent India. So instead of calling the Modi government misogynistic, you need to do some introspection. The other thing that I want to ask Padmaja, why is it that Rahul Gandhi, who broke police barricades to go to Hathras, and finish in 10 seconds, do you know what Ashok Gehlot, the reigning chief minister of Rajasthan, said in May 2021? He said the Dalit rape cases being reported are actually not rape cases. Dalit women are used to compromising with men and the data is wrong. He insulted Dalit women on the floor of the Rajasthan assembly.
Yes, we have addressed that earlier. We have addressed that earlier. So why the silence now, Kamar Zaman Chaudhary, without doing this whataboutery? Why does the Congress have to still ally with such an apparently misogynistic party? Just say they are misogynists and we are a principled party. We will not ally with them.
Okay, now let me just give me 30 seconds, Madam Padmaja. Let me just tell you all that Sanju Verma has been saying. The hypocrisy gets exposed. First
Sir,
point that I want to
doing whataboutery? Do you agree that what they did was misogynistic or not?
Madam, without going into the facts of that particular case.
Why not? Going to the facts of the case.
But, no, the facts of the case you don't know, ma'am.
Do you know the facts of the case?
Yes, of course.
Ask me, which facts do you want to know? I'll tell you facts of the case.
Ma'am, these Harita leaders, whoever were there, whatever they have done in Kerala, they had submitted a complaint against some particular comments of the chief of their party.
Yes.
Now, when this was objected to in the meeting, then they said that no, we will not get into a compromise. It was not that somebody making a 50 crore girlfriend comment. Or
you are saying, just a second, you are accusing these women of agreeing to a compromise.
No, don't jump to a conclusion, Madam Padmaja. I am not saying that this is right and that is wrong.
No, I'm asking you a very specific question. What the IUML did, is it misogynistic or not? Yes or no?
No. It cannot be misogynistic, madam.
Why?
The point is that if there is a sexual harassment case, if they cannot be addressed within the party forum, there is always legal recourse.
Why did they disband the women's wing?
No. That is the inter-party disciplinary action.
Inter-party disciplinary action. Because when you complain of harassment, it's apparently not a harassment issue, it's a discipline issue. You refuse to condemn what the IUML has done, but that's not surprising to me, Mr. Chaudhary, because in West Bengal you also allied with the party, the ISF, whose chief said of a member of parliament, a female member of parliament, she cannot run around naked like this, uske baap ka Islam nahi hai. That is what the ISF chief said about Nusrat Jahan, and said, I'm going to tie her and whip her if she works in films. So this is not surprising. Let's leave it at that. Thanks, gentlemen. Sanju Verma for joining me.